Okay, I'm finally here. I'm finally launching Your Zesty Life Matters. And this is episode 1. This is going to be a podcast/video series, and I'm just going to see how it goes. It's something that's really dear to my heart. It's taken me a long time to launch this, and I'm excited about it, and I hope you will be too. I'm designing this to be listened to. So if you're doing your housework or you're walking or you're just chilling or you're cooking dinner, it's a podcast so you can listen to it just as well. And I'm a bit blocked up. I'm sorry about that, but nothing's unusual there. So I've got notes here. So that's probably a bit different from what you're used to on my channel. So let's get started. I'm not going to make this perfect, talking like a podcast, just chatting, and I will go off script because that's who I am. And so hopefully you'll stay with me and we'll get this done. I'm a bit nervous. I've got a new microphone. I'm not sure how it's all going to turn out, but I'm one for diving in, giving things a go. So let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. So if you've ever hit 50, maybe even younger or older, and thought, is this really it? Maybe you're waiting for life to calm down, for the kids to leave, the house to be tidy, or your schedule to finally ease, and then you'll do it. You'll be more present. You'll chase your dreams. You'll lose the weight, start the business, declutter, exercise more, or finally do more of what you know that you love. But if you've ever had those thoughts, you're in the right place, because that's what we're talking about today. Now, I've always been a bit of a life recreator. I guess you probably know that if you watch my channel. Every few years, I reach a point where I outgrow a stage of my life and I just want more, or not necessarily more, but something different. And I guess that's what makes me zesty, to be honest. But when you're 50, or when you turn 50, or when you're over 50, things just tend to shift. Your body, your energy, your dreams, they all start to change. Most of us by this age have faced life challenges, health, relationships, finances, loss, or that quiet feeling of losing yourself somewhere along the way. And for many of us, we know deep down we're so busy, we're only half living. We're chasing rare moments of joy or presence in between all the busyness, but we really stop to ask ourselves, is this really how we want to live? So does it have to be this way? I don't think so. That's why I keep recreating, reevaluating, and realigning, because I don't want to survive this life. I don't want to be stuck in the busy. I want to be able, I know it's cliche, but I want to be out there living it today. Now, it's really hard. This is really hard to do, actually. I haven't done a talking video for ages, so it's quite hard. So the last 7 years have been some of the hardest of my life, yes, but somehow the most defining as well. So if you're new here to Zesty Girl, I'm Michelle. I'm a health coach, I'm a life coach, I'm a professional organizer, and I help overscheduled women create systems and make time for what really matters in their lives. And this is Your Zesty Life Matters, and it's designed to listen to, as I said, not necessarily watch. Each episode will be around 15 minutes of inspiration and insight, hopefully, where I share my life experiences, lessons, and tools to help you simplify, reset, and rediscover yourself. Now, this is my work, obviously. For those of you who follow my channel, this is my work. But here I'm going to offer it freely in a hope that I can help and inspire other women out there who are over 50 who just really need this right now. Because no matter what your age, and I believe this with a passion, and you'll see why in a moment where I share a bit of my story, it's never too late to start again. You just need a little bit of courage, encouragement, accountability, and a dash of zestiness. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, moving on. Okay, so let's talk about my latest recreation. So about 18 months ago at 53, I started a new business because I had to. Not ideal at 53 to start a new business as an entrepreneur, but I had to. And it was after my mum passed away, I walked away from a successful 17-year business that I had actually built from scratch, because grief changes everything. And I still don't quite know why I walked away from it, but I just needed a change. I just needed to change my life and create something new. So the past 2 years have been about building this from the ground up, and that means and equals, and probably you will see this if you follow my channel, long hours, late nights, juggling family, and what you didn't see was a few almost burnouts along the way, and one very recently as well. But I have a remedy for that because I am someone that is constantly almost burning out because it's my nature. So I have had to build remedies around that, and that's why I've prevented them in the last 2 years while I'm working very, very long hours. The result of that is I have built a business I truly love, and it's a business I can take forward into the future that's so aligned with what I love to do, my passions, and all of my life experience and all of my work experience as well. It's helping and empowering women again, just in a new way. So it hasn't been easy, but it has reminded me that whenever life pushes you to, I was going to say something dramatic, but I won't. But anyway, whenever life pushes you down, you can rebuild something amazing from the ground up. You just need to get started. So now that the foundation is there, I've moved into my next phase, my personal reinvention, which is super fun, right? And this kind of almost collided with, well, I was going to say coincided. This almost coincided, but probably collided was a better word, with me about to turn 55. And I admit that number has really hit hard for me, so much so that I have told a lot of close friends and family that I'm skipping 55 and going to 56 because I feel like that number just sounds better. There's something about 55 that I don't like it. But maybe it's because I've known so many women that are friends of mine or family or whatever get really lost at this age, and women I've worked with before. So maybe it's that, but I'm like, 55, okay. So I'm thinking, right, because I coach women through recreating themselves and reinvention, I always go back to the same system. So I've gone back to that myself. So it all comes down to letting go of what no longer serves you and making space for what truly matters. So I've attacked 3 things at once in the last sort of maybe 3 to 4 months. And I'll talk about what those 3 things are because you might be able to, they might actually go, oh, I want to do that too. So I'll just share. The first thing that I attacked was my wardrobe and my style. And I have had so much fun with this thanks to you guys. So I have always worn in my life pretty much, not always, but either corporate clothes when I was in corporate years and years ago, or pretty much blue jeans and a black top. And a lot of that was because I had social anxiety and wearing color and wearing dress. It was just too hard. So I had sort of a bit of a uniform, to be honest. So I have done a massive wardrobe reset recently. I've got the video of that. I will be sharing it with you. And I've just found I had lost the footage, but I found the footage now. So I'll be able to share that with you. But since then, it has changed my world. I am so excited. I went from wearing about 2% of my wardrobe to like, I don't know, 80%. It's so good. And also when I go to Kmart, through your help, I've been trying on things that I would never choose to try on. I've been trying on everything. I've been challenging myself to try all sorts of things. And through that, I've not only built confidence, but I've found some things and some styles that I really like. And I've become quite addicted to it. And I'm actually having heaps of fun with it. So that was number one. And that was the first thing that I tackled. Why would I tackle that first when there's so many other things to tackle, like decluttering and things like that? I think it's because, I don't know, it was just time. It was just time to do that. I just felt that I wanted to investigate that. It was just a personal thing. And I'm so glad I did. Okay, next up was I have stopped drinking alcohol. And the reason that I've stopped all alcohol, and I'm not saying I've quit alcohol or anything like dramatic like that, because I'm just not drinking alcohol, and I haven't for about 3.5 months. And the reason for that was even a small amount of alcohol was affecting my sleep. And I was waking up at 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. And I need my sleep. Like sleep at this age, and you will understand if you're my age or older, it's just key to your energy levels. And so I have such a busy schedule. I was like, I need my sleep. So I thought, well, if this is affecting my sleep, I need to stop. So it's been about 3.5 months. There's been so many changes that I wasn't expecting. So I probably will share that on a podcast coming up soon and explain a bit more about that. But that was number 2, and that has been amazing. Number 3 was female friendships. Like, I think this YouTube channel has showed me that I think in the real world, it's been hard for me to make friends because I felt really different. But on the YouTube channel here, I'm meeting so many like-minded people because I get to meet people from all over the country, from all over the world, and you just tend to attract like-minded women. And so that's given me confidence, and now have gone to, knowing that you guys exist, I've gone to look for those connections in the real world, because I think we need our girls, we need our female relationships, and it's really hard because women can be tricky. Yeah. It's I've been really working on this. So let me know your thoughts about that. I want to share more about this topic because it's a hard one to sort of talk about. It's definitely a whole episode in itself. But anyway, it's going really well. I've got some awesome friends and yeah, that's cool. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But I'm just being honest. I'm just being authentic here. Okay, so where to from here for me and for you? How can you start to change your life right now as well? So let me tell you how I always start this process with my clients and with myself. I ask 2 questions. So once we talk about these 2 questions to give you guys some help and something to think about, then I will tell you about my new 3 things that I'm moving on to, because some of those might inspire you, and I will share them here in future episodes as well. So the first thing I ask myself is, if my time on earth was limited, how would I live my life right now? Because the reason I ask that, and because it's so important to me, is because so many of us believe there's this mysterious, perfect timing waiting for us in the future, where the to-do list is done, the house is tidy, the house is calm, there's no chaos, we're looking our best self, our best health, life is calmed down, slowed down, we've finally made sense of it all, and there we are, we've arrived. And that's when we can do all the things we want to do. That's when we can put more time into our friendships and our relationships and our health and walking, and we can look at weight loss, and we can look at all the things that may be affecting us. Start the hobbies, all the things that you might want to do. This a magical time is out there waiting for us. For so many of us, it never comes. And for so many of us at my age, this is it. We're living it already, but we just don't know it. So if you put yourself through this exercise and start writing down, if I knew that my time was limited, what would I be doing right now? It will open your eyes. It's a really interesting exercise. And then my second question that I ask myself is, what parts of my life and the way I've lived do I want to challenge? Now, of course, I've shared with you 3 that I have challenged recently, and I'll share with you in a moment just 3 more that I'm going to look at coming up. But for example, is Nana's ornament I've never liked but kept for 20 years? Do I need that? Do I still need that? Do I need half of the have I questioned all of the things in my living area? Are these things I love, or are they just things I've always had? The same 2% of my wardrobe I wear every week. Is that because I need to declutter? Is that because all my clothes don't fit me? Is that because whatever? I want to challenge myself. The messy cupboard that steals my mornings. I don't want that anymore. I want to declutter that cupboard, and I want it working for me. I don't want to have that agitation for 10 minutes every morning when I'm trying to find all the things that I need. My lack of self-care, my lack of movement. What is working and what's not working in your life? What do I want to challenge? What do I want to question? What do I want to look at? And one of the easiest ways to do this is to look at the ideal, how you'd like life to be, and then work back from there. What are the most important things? So I've talked about my style, reinvention, life without alcohol, and building genuine friendships. Now I want to move on and explore exercise that I love, that I enjoy, that I want to do, and toning. I've talked on my videos about toning my arms. What I'm doing as well is I'm eating for health first again at the moment. So what does that look like? All the superfoods that we know are going to help our health, help our skin, help our brains, help our energy. I'm making sure that I get all of those back into my life every day so that I can still enjoy all the foods that I love, but I know that I'm getting nourished by the good stuff as well. So think blueberries, walnuts, olive oils, turmeric, all the things that we know are so good for our health. The leafy greens, make sure that there's enough of all the good stuff to give us all the nourishment that we need. It makes us feel delicious. I was just going to say about health, because even though I'm a health coach, I still slip back into bad ways. I get busy when I get stressed, so we need to nourish ourselves from the inside out. And then the last thing I'm craving to do is a garden. One of my clients is doing a garden, and I'm just watching her vegetables grow, and I've just got that desire. I made a garden years ago with the children, and I haven't done one since, but I want to get back into nature and I want to create a garden. And I'm not good at it, but it's just something I really want to do now. So I want to make time for that. So that's my third thing. In the last 3 months, I've really focused on those other 3 things that I talked about. Now for the next 3 months, I'm going to focus on these 3. It's not about changing everything at once. I work with clients, we usually just change one thing at a time. But if someone's rearing to go and wants to get going, you can change up to 3 things if you're really committed and you want to make change. And I'm hoping that by talking about all these things, you might start asking yourself questions about things that are happening in your life and what you want to change as well. So there's my 3: movement, nourishment, and nature. How cool is that? So what are your 3? So let's round it up. What are your 3? What would you focus on if you're reinventing your zesty life now? So just to finish up for today, this podcast or this video series is about living with intention, not perfection. Whether you're 35, 55, 75, we all deserve to feel inspired again. To slow down, simplify, and rediscover joy in every day, starting today. Because no matter what your age and what your story, and I will share with you a lot of my stories, it's never too late to start again. You just need a little courage and a little dash of zest as well. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful today. I've really enjoyed being here, presenting you with something different, something that if 5 people watch this and can get something from it, I'm happy. That's what I'm here for. All right, so thanks for being with me, and I'll see you on the next episode of Your Zesty Life Matters. And in the meantime, see you soon. Bye.